is I, Jonathan Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from Shadyside, Ohio, where I have just heard the good news that Keith Olbermann has lost his job at MSNBC. Now, he may have resigned, but more than likely he was fired. And I'm going to tell you something right now. There's something about all this that just doesn't add up, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. But it seems a little bit peculiar to me that in this new age of political discourse civility, that one of the most uncivil commentators on cable news loses his job. Coincidence? I don't know. But you and I understand that Keith Olbermann is nothing but a left-wing hater. He hates everything that isn't liberal. Everything. It doesn't make any difference if it's Fox News, Rush Limbaugh, Tea Party members, Republicans, conservative. He hates them all. And all he did on his show was just basically spiel hate. And he also would bring in some left-wing bomb throwers like Janine Garofalo to call people names like Nazis, hillbillies, racists, rednecks, and he would sit there and just listen to this left-wing hate speak and not say a damn word. But of course the same guy turns a blind eye and a deaf ear when you hear members of the new Black Panther Party talking about killing crackers. You never hear Olbermann say anything about that. That's because he knows that if he does, he's going to be caught in a hypocritical lie, because he knows, and I know, that he was well aware of the fact that Obama's Justice Department dropped the charges against the new Black Panther Party for voter intimidation at that Philadelphia polling place in the 2008 elections. You know it, and I know it. But he can't say anything about that, so he just continues to hate, hate, hate. And now he's gone. But I got something to say about a little bit more peculiar things that don't add up to me. Now, we all understand, and if you've read this and figure out what's going on, Comcast is buying out MSNBC and NBC, and then guess who they're buying it from? That would be General Electric. Now, Comcast is well aware of the fact that Keith Olbermann was giving money to Democrat candidates. Now remember, another little hypocritical point about this left-wing lunatic. He's there saying that Fox News is in the tank with the Republicans. Oh, well and good if he can back that up. But then he gets caught giving money to Democrat candidates. So if that isn't the black hole in the kettle pot, I don't know what is. But with all that hypocrisy, this is what just doesn't make sense to me. Now, we all know that today it was announced by the Obama administration that they have given this job to Jeffrey Immelt, the CEO of guess who? That's right, General Electric. Now, he's an economic advisor to something called the Council of Economic Advisors. So now he works for the government, which means that you and I are probably paying him to work for the government. And remember, their company, General Electric, got somewhere in the neighborhood of about $350 billion of TARP money. TARP money. Our money. That money was supposed to go to banks for the toxic relief assets. But somehow, some way, General Electric manages to squeeze in on it and get all these billions of dollars. And the Obama administration just basically lets it go on. GE's not a bank. How in God's name did they get the money? Our money. And now he's on the council, Immelt is on the Council of Economic Advisors. It just doesn't make sense. And now he's gone, Olbermann's gone, and Immelt now works for the Obama administration. And then there's this money. The fact of the matter is there's all this money, TARP money, that General Electric got. I don't know. To me, it just seems a little bit more than coincidental. To be quite honest with you, I smell a big, fat, commie rat. And I think the one thing right now that ought to be done is that the Republicans in Congress need to launch an investigation into the Obama administration and this malfeasance going on with Jeffrey Immelt, GE, MSNBC, and the whole thing stinks, and there should be an investigation. Because you know and I know, if this sort of thing went on in the Bush administration, the Democrats would be howling for an investigation. But they don't run things now in the House of Representatives, and it's up to John Paul Joan Boehner to start the investigation post-haste, because I'm telling you this right now, if you think that this Olbermann resignation, ML working for the White House, GE getting TARP money, Goldman Sachs getting TARP money with all the big Democrat contributors, if you think that this is all coincidental, then, ladies and gentlemen, you are smoking crack. And with that being said, and Olbermann's feeling hate and all this and that and the other things, I got a little going away present for him. What I have here is a bag of tea. See it? This bag of tea. Now, Olbermann, of course, was the one, him and his president, calling us all tea baggers. Remember, he had his little cup of tea sitting on his desk, you know, would dip it and ridicule us. Okay, so I got my little bag of tea, too. And remember, his president called us all tea baggers. So, Keith Olbermann, before you go, I want to give you a present. That's right. Here, this is green tea, high in antioxidants. That means that you should be drinking some because, as I said in my previous video, it appears that you and Michael Moore have been spending a little bit too much time at Root Chris Steakhouse. So here you go, Keith. I'm going to take this damn thing just like you drank it. Take, son of a bitch. Take that. And here's another damn bag of tea. Take this too. Here's about 4 or 5 more. Take this. And look, here is some Earl Grey tea. You and Patrick Stewart can sit around and drink the son of a bitch for all I can. Boom, and there's another one for you. Now, here, Keith, see this? Chamomile tea, chamomile tea. Now, maybe if you drank a little chamomile tea once in a while and calm your left-wing wacko ass down, maybe you wouldn't lose your jaw. But since you're gone now, I can do this. Take this, you damn left-wing son of a bitch. And here's another one. Let me get my tea thing here. Take this, too, and here's a few more tea bags for you. Fuck you, Olbermann. I'm glad you're gone. Now, I say this now. Good night, good luck, and good riddance. Until next time, this is Ronald Reagan, the Islamo-homophobiac of YouTube, saying this to that Islamo lover, Keith Olbermann. Over and out.